How we doing, ladies and gentlemen of the rugby strength coach community? My name is Jeff Moyer, owner and founder of DC Sports Training, located here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And what I'm going to present on today is the methods, theories and methods of what we use to break bad movement patterns, bad habits. Um, Anyone working with athletes knows that sometimes trying to break an athlete's bad movement patterns, what they do on the field, is a long and hard, painstaking process. So I want to go through why that is, and then what we do here at DC Sports to overcome that, speed up the learning process, and simultaneously improve the athlete's physical abilities as it relates to their new mechanics. Everything I do as a coach has to be first and foremost backed by science. It has to be practical, and more importantly, it has to be efficient. I'm sure you're all familiar with the quote by Thomas Kearns, efficiency is the highest result at the least expense of time and effort. And that's a fundamental value to everything I do in my life, but everything we do here at DC Sports Training is it has to be efficient. Um, time is a very valuable thing. So I don't want to make my athletes try to get work done in 2 hours what could be done in 30 minutes, and so on and so forth. So um, efficiency is most important in our work, but even more important is this is from Joseph Johnson, is does it cut the check? Some of the conventional ways of trying to correct errors, which is a very long and painstaking process, was one, explain to athletes what they're doing and why what they're doing is wrong. Trying to motivate them on why it's important to change it could be sometimes painful because sometimes the athletes just don't give a shit. Um, Explain to them and show them the correct ways of what they're doing and how to improve it. And this can be used using either the part method, the whole method, or the mix method. Provide various forms of feedback, whether it's auditory, visual, or through touch, and then just have them practice the shit out of it. Just practice, 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 and then try to incorporate those motor patterns into drills, and then try to incorporate into competition. And kind of one of the biggest problems with this, and most of you coaches have probably seen it yourselves with trying to teach athletes, but also with sport coaches, is a lot of times the athlete may master the mechanics in an ideal situation, whether it's in the gym or on the track or on the field. But as soon as you incorporate it into an environmental situation with, other opponents and teammates and stuff like that, they more times out of not, they revert back to their old ways. So I want to not only explain how to improve and master the perfect mechanics in the ideal situation, but then in how to incorporate it into the environment. That's really the biggest thing that I want to go through and trying to improve their mechanics and techniques. And again, when I say techniques, I'm not talking in the gym. I'm talking on the field, on the courts, on the mat, in the pool, what have you, because not only can it improve their performance, but it can also help eliminate non-contact injuries. Movement within the human body is like a complex machine. If mechanically isn't running sufficiently, it will wear and tear faster. I guess we can define efficiency in movement as the ratio of useful work performed compared to the cost athletes, and that's due to poor mechanics, that's due to poor physical abilities as it relates to mechanics, and that's also due to lack of recovery. They just not recover from the previous training session. But being able to identify these, I think the mechanical issues and the physical ability issues, I think should be first and foremost with coaches. I know that tracking devices and services are becoming all the rage, and for great reason, and I completely and for them. But I like to take it a step back, and let's first, before we're tracking, let's look at the movement first.
Congratulations on making it to the end of the video. Why don't you celebrate by watching more videos just like it? You can also help us on our quest to placate the algorithm gods by liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Thank you.